Welcome to a special version of Upfront with Dr. Terranova. I'm Dr. Marilyn Terranova, and here with me today is Ron Hatter, Director of Curriculum and Instruction for Eastchester Schools. We are going to present our preliminary budget and staffing proposal for the 2012-2013 school year. Please be aware that it is still very early in the budget process, and we do anticipate changes as we further refine the budget. At this time, we are talking about a budget that stays within the limits of the 2% tax levy cap imposed on school districts across the state. Let's begin with some highlights of our academic program and our student successes. In our elementary schools, we have very strong performance on our New York State assessments. Our third grade is 8th in mean scale scores in New York State for math and ELA. That means that in cohort groups of 100 students or more, our students are scoring 8th in the state. Our fourth grade has the highest mean scale score in New York State in math and in English language arts. And our fifth grade is 6th and 7th in New York State on the math and ELA assessments, respectively. Performance in grades 6 through 8 in our middle school on the state assessments rank among the highest in our region and in New York State. 100% of our students pass on the Algebra and Earth Science Regents exams, and 84 students have been inducted into the National Junior Honor Society. Our high school is the lighthouse of our school district. Students have a rigorous academic program, and that includes 22 different advanced placement and college credit-bearing courses, over 30 extracurricular activities with 47% of our students participating, and 38 interscholastic athletic teams with a participation rate of 57%. 89% of the class of 2011 earned a Regents diploma. Currently, the class of 2011 had 60% of the class earning an advanced Regents diploma. This was a 7% increase over the 2010 year and 16% increase since it was originally initiated in 2005. Our high school also had 92% of our advanced placement students scoring a 3 or higher on the advanced placement exam. The average in New York State is at 66%. We also have advanced science research, and this year we have an Intel Science semifinalist, so we're really happy about that. We have science Olympiads, scholar athlete teams, performing arts programs that include Players Club and Jazz Co. We have a number of national honor societies that include art, Spanish, Italian, French, math, science, and business. Our students also participate in Model Congress, Academic Challenge, and National History Bowls. When one develops a school district budget, there are a number of components that we ensure are part of our budget process. And there will be a number of presentations during the months of February and into early March regarding these very specific department budgets. So let me take you through what those components look like and what we have been working on since November 2011. Our educational programs consist of curriculum and instruction, special education and pupil personnel, and extracurricular and athletics. Each year we do an exhaustive staffing analysis regarding instructional and classified staff. Classified staff merely means our non-instructional staff. We also have a technology department budget, a transportation budget. As you know, we do contract out for transportation services in this district. We have debt service, which means that those are our bonds from construction projects from the past. It will include our new middle school construction and addition project, and it also includes banning or taking out a loan each year for our tax certiorari's. We also have state and federal mandates that we must continue to adhere to. We have approximately about 150 mandates at the state and federal level that the state education department is currently looking to receive relief on. Those also include commissioner's regulations. There are over 70 reports that need to be filed with the State Education Department annually. So as you can see, we have quite a few mandates, and most of them are currently unfunded mandates. The challenges in the 2012-2013 budget are many. One of the primary challenges is our budget constraint piece that we are now calling the 2% tax levy cap. This has been imposed on all school districts and municipalities since the signing of the law in June 2011 by Governor Cuomo. As again, we have federal and state mandates that I have recently described to you. We have depleting resources due to a decrease in state aid and because of the imposed tax cap. You may recall that 5 years ago, we were receiving 15% state aid in the Eastchester School District. Currently, we receive a little over 4%. And we also have a growing enrollment in this district. The next two slides will show you pie charts regarding revenues and expenses in our budget. The revenue pie chart looks like this. Most of the pie chart is taken up with property taxes, 76.4%. That's due to the fact that we now receive less state aid and less interest income due to the poor economy. You can see that state aid is currently at 4.2%. Tuition, which comes from our out-of-district special education students attending our school district, is 4.3%. We do receive 1.1% in reimbursement from the county tax structure, Westchester County. We only receive 0.2% in interest income. Our fund balance is 1.5% of the budget. Other is 0.6%. And each year we do still receive STAR reimbursement of 11.7%. STAR reimbursement can be found on your taxes that you have received at the beginning of September in 2011. So check for that so you can see exactly how much STAR reimbursement you did receive. The expenses in a school district are noted in this next pie chart. As you can surmise, education is a people business. We have children that we teach and we have adults that teach those students. In all public sector organizations, we do have a larger payroll and benefits because it's a people business. Our payroll and benefits in this district equal approximately 81.56%. Our debt service, which again is the amount of money that we pay on our bonds and our bands, is 4.48%. Our transportation expenses are approximately 3.63% of our budget. Utilities are 1.64%, and all other are 8.70%. The all other category includes things like contract leases, other kinds of contracts and consultants, textbooks, materials and supplies and resources for our children, any of equipment in terms of technology, any equipment in terms of our operations and maintenance budget. Now I'd like to turn the next part of our budget presentation over to Ron Hatter, our Director of Curriculum and Instruction. And he will be presenting our staffing, our class sizes, and each building budget to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Terranova. At the January 10th and January 24th board meetings, I presented an essential question. And that question reads, how can we comply with state and federal mandates while strengthening our K-12 curriculum, instructional approach, and delivery of support services in all subject areas, given the budgetary constraints and depleting resources in the district? And Dr. Terranova highlighted many of the constraints and depleting resources that the district and all districts across New York State are experiencing this budget season. A 4.86% tax levy increase is what the cost of business would be in this district if we rolled all of our programs, all of our staffing forward for next year. However, the district must comply with the tax levy cap, and that tax levy cap is at 1.98%. So to take our existing programs, which is the larger box you'll see on your screen at 4.86%, to take those contents and try to place them into the smaller box of 1.98% is a very daunting task for the district. Before we go into staffing and other reductions and programmatic modifications, let's first examine the elementary school budgets. You'll notice that the equipment, contractual, textbook, library books and software, and instructional material lines have remained constant from 11-12 into 12-13. However, the staffing and benefits line has increased due to contractual. Middle school budget. Once again, you'll notice that there is a contractual increase on the staffing and benefits line. However, all of the additional line items have remained constant from 11-12 into 12-13. And the same trend holds true for the high school. Now, the proposed elementary school reductions. We're looking at a restructuring of strings and band. We are confident that we can still offer strings and band to our students through some kind of before school or after school activity, and possibly within the structure of the school day. We're still examining all of the variables and factors at play there, and we'll certainly do what we feel is most appropriate for our students, but under the constraints of our tax cap. We're also looking at a reduction of a 1.0 full-time equivalent, FTE guidance counselor, and 6.0 teaching assistants. This staffing at our elementary schools, we'll see that the total number of sections at Waverly, Greenvale, and Ann Hutchinson totaled 63. For next year, we're proposing the same number of sections. The average class size, first in the kindergarten, we're proposing 10 sections. I encourage anybody watching, anyone at home watching the program, to get out and register early, as it helps us to prepare for the 2012-13 school year and staffing. We are still proposing 10 sections. Kindergarten enrollment this year compared to the same time last year is down slightly. However, we're monitoring that daily. First grade, we're proposing 11 sections for a class size of approximately 22.5. And you'll also see that Greenvale and Ann Hutchinson have class sizes that range from 20.0 to 27.0. You'll notice that there are two larger class sections, one in Greenvale and one at Ann Hutchinson. And the district is confident that we'll be able to somehow restore these two sections through a very deep analysis of our existing programs and restructuring of other programs. But class size is a huge priority for the district, and we will be examining the class sizes at Greenvale 2nd grade and Ann Hutch's 5th grade. The proposed reductions for the middle and high schools are as follows. 2.5 full-time equivalent teachers. I would like to note that the 2.5 will not come from the same grade level or the same department. That 2.5 teaching staff will be scattered throughout grades 6 through 12 and throughout departments, so no single department or grade level will feel the full impact. There is a 0.3 FTE teaching assistant being reduced, and we are also reducing a youth counselor and student assistance counselor. We're also looking at modified sports and restructuring varsity hockey and co-curricular activities. We also are proposing a 4.0 full-time equivalent reduction in classified staff. Those positions will not be highlighted at the present time because we're still analyzing all of the information and facts, and we are still in the preliminary processes of looking at classified staff in total. Next steps. Well, district administration will continue to evaluate staffing and programming needs. We're going to explore any and all cost-saving measures that are available to us as we work towards our goal of delivering a high-quality education experience to all of our students in the most efficient way, given the constraints of the 2% tax levy cap.
I would like to thank Mr. Hatter and all of the administrators for their help in putting together a budget that is within the 2% tax levy cap. It has been very challenging. It is not easy, and as you know, we are not yet finished. Please continue to attend our Board of Education meetings and let us know how you feel about this budget. We do have some challenges ahead of us, and we are exploring other avenues. It would help for you to come to our board meetings and hear our presentations and give us your input. Thank you for watching today and enjoy your day.